This is a Dangerous Conversation with Scott Ledger, Quick Fix, on Radio Influence. Media wants what it wants. And that is what I'm learning. Every single time I scroll social media and go, why is a story of 90,000 gallons of oil spilled out of the Gulf of Mexico, floating in the Gulf, not on my television? Because they don't want you to see it. They want you to talk about transgender. Oh, yeah. You know all those nuclear power plants we have? You know what happens with that nuclear waste? We got to put it somewhere, right? We just can't let it sit around in the backyard. So we have these places called storage facilities, and guess what? One of them's been leaking for a while. Nuclear waste is leaking. Crude oil is floating in the Gulf of Mexico, and my Facebook is on fire with transgender conversation. Not that transgender conversation shouldn't take place, or gay, or straight, or bi. The more we talk about things, the less we fear them. Good. But when it comes to priorities, that's where the mainstream media, and people say, yeah, they lie to you. No. They'll twist their point of view. But where the mainstream media is guilty is what they don't tell you. That's the part that most people don't get. They go, well, they lie a lot. I go, you know what? Most of what I know is because of one reporter on a side, NBC station decides to do a report, and it trickles and trickles, and eventually people research it, and then other people do follow-up stories, and then when you get two sources or more, you can actually say, here's where we're at when it comes to this topic, because it's been researched. Actual news organizations or actual news people have actually looked into this story, and they've actually done enough of their homework and given me some links so I can do my research. And that's what happens. That's the good part. The bad part is what they don't tell you. They don't tell you about a slick, let me see, 1 mile wide, 10 miles long, floating in the Gulf of Mexico again, killing all the wildlife. It's going to eventually get ashore, and then you know what happens to everything from shrimp and crustaceans and bird nests again and again and again. And, let me ask you, are you fucking tired of it yet? Because you should be. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt your conversation about chicks with dicks taking a piss? And that's the difference. They don't just distract you. They feed you wedge issues. They're called wedge issues for a reason. Abortion is a wedge issue. Homosexuality or LBGT is a wedge issue. By the way, they are both connected to religion. This is what they'll give you. Oh, by the way, the amount of melanin on the surface of my skin gives me a certain skin tone. That skin tone is called race. That race is a huge wedge issue. And that's all you hear about all day long. All day long. Either that or what Justin Bieber's up to, or Kim Kardashian, or who got a butt implant, and all that fucking bullshit that doesn't matter. Now, it matters to a 16-year-old, and I'll cut them their slack. And when you're 25 and you're still trying to find yourself, and you're not sure who you are, and okay, I'm going to give you that. But when you start becoming a balanced adult, and you start saying, geez, I understand why there's so many people starving, or what's up with these oil spills, or does anybody know that Fukushima has been leaking radiation for 5 fucking years into the Pacific Ocean? No. Because the new iPhone's out. Did you get the new iWatch? Did you know if you put this thing on your wrist, it'll take your pulse and measure your dick at the same time? Are you tired of it yet? Dangerous Conversation with Scott Ledger can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, and RadioInfluence.com.